On this week's Cylinder Highlight, we take a look at the Honda CR500, which was first produced in 1984. The CR500 had a 491cc, 30 cubic inch air-cooled two-stroke engine. In 1984, that produced 60.8 horsepower, the most powerful motocross bike that Honda has ever produced at that point. The bike was mainly raced in long desert rallies like the Baja 500 and the Baja 1000. And let's face it, it was also used for ego purposes as well, whether that was showing your friends you had the most ponies between your legs or going to Glamis and beating others up sandhills. The CR500 was discontinued in 2001 and replaced by the famous CRF450R 4-stroke. But that didn't stop people from putting motors into different year frames, mix matching parts and years. There's no doubt that it has a cult following, but what do we see here at L.A.Sleeve when people send in the CR500 Cylinder? L.A.Sleeve will see typical seizure issues like you do all two-strokes, but especially with big bore two-strokes, seizures are more common. And usually when they send it in, they want more performance-enhancing capabilities. And speaking of performance gains, usually people like to port and polish their two-stroke cylinders. And from what you could see here is the cylinder in its stock form. There's kind of pits in there. It's kind of rough edges. And what L.A.Sleeve will do is they'll go in there and clean it up. By doing this, this adds to combustion and intake capabilities. It basically consists of smoothing and reshaping the intake and exhaust passageways. In some cases, you can get up to 30% more horsepower. Port and polishing is a fine craft and should be left to somebody who has been doing it for years. Here at L.A.Sleeve, we've been port and polishing cylinders since the early 80s. Everyone from the weekend warrior to top racers. If you have a CR500 that needs refreshing or more performance, send it in today. Visit LASleeve.com.